Welcome to Key Conversations, the podcast where we talk about all things that can help you level up your music career. This season, we are doing the 12 days of Amplify leading up to the holidays, highlighting successes of independent musicians that are part of the monthly mastermind Amplify. I hope you enjoy, and if you're a musician interested in joining, head to inthekey.co/amplify. Let's get started. Well, hello there. Today is Day 6 of the 12 days of Amplify, and I am so excited to introduce to you, if you don't know this fabulous human being already, Susan LaVelle. Hello, Susan LaVelle.
Hi, what a nice thing to say.
You really are fantastic. I mean, you are. So tell me what you have had. You've had a year. You've been creating some stuff and creating community when community is like not a thing people are thinking about. So tell us like what's been going on and how you've sort of risen above all this pandemic junk.
You've had a year. You've been creating. I'm hearing something. Is that bad?
Do you have a video playing in the background?
Oh, I wonder. You know what? Thank you. And I could even find the tab.
Ooh.
And you know how that is. Like,
I do.
50 tabs. Where is it?
You're not alone.
Yeah, I sent out a link today in my email that I sent out, a nice quick one, laser and all that. But I did send out an email with this link. So then, of course, I had that link on a tab. What have I been doing? Well, just to say who I am, in case someone in the world doesn't know. I am a singer, songwriter, lyricist. I work in a duo, for one thing, with a friend, Matt Dorlin, who's a fantastic jazz piano player. And he is amazing. And he writes the music. But we have a real good cooperative when we're able to actually do it, strategy there, which we had developed before last year. So we had that going very well up through the beginning of the year, since we were making money in various revenue streams every other month. I'm just going on with this so people know, because I think it's interesting. Every other month we'd gotten so that we were doing a performance, and then we had another month that was writing. So we'd have a month of pretty much getting new songs written, 2 songs, kind of practiced, but then once the next month came along, we had a performance in there somewhere, and we would do the 2 new songs and practice up the new song, whatever other covers and whatever old songs, whatever. So that was going very well, and we had just finished like a writing. We had a gig in February around Valentine's Day, and then we had finished up a writing month. So we did have some really good songs we wrote. We never had a chance to perform anywhere because then COVID came. Then I got in with you like this whole year. You have just been so awesome. You're anybody who wants to learn like anything about themselves, about how to just proceed on the dreams and hopes that you have, and the skills and talents that you have, that you just you're like that little gophers going like that in your little wheel.
my hamsters, my gopher. I have gophers too, but they do something totally different. My hamsters run on the wheels in my head. Yep.
Sorry. Yeah. This is the Gopher State, Minnesota, where I'm from. So we say gophers, but they're actually 13 striped something others. Anyway. But this is what you do like that. And Matt and I had started a good process that got interrupted. And then taking a look at, well, that was just that immediate write, perform. Well, then what do you do with all those things? So we had been thinking, this year we strategized to do an EP of some of our great songs. We really have some great songs. I have to say it. It's true.
You really do. You've been on in the concert series a couple times, and we are always, people are always blown away by the stuff you perform. In the Key Concert Series is the monthly, last Friday of every month. It's a online concert that's hosted, sort of like a round robin. We talk a little bit, you play a song. It's just one song from a couple people from the Amplify community, but it's such a great way to get to know people and then really get to hear about the song and the heart behind it. And every time you performed, I'm always like, maybe I should turn the show into more songs just because we want to hear more songs from you. So,
sign up for my email list and you might get links to that sort of thing.
Well, that's perfect. That's a perfect thing to tell people. Where do we do that? We might as well get that in early. Where do we go?
I think I typed in my my website right there. I don't know if you're going to get that or not.
I don't see the website, okay. But if you tell it to me, that because people might be listening to the podcast.
Sure. Okay. Justatoutofjazz.com. And if you get on there, you will see right on the front page, you'll see a clicked button to click to sign up. Or if you sit on there long enough, you're going to get a little pop-up asking you to join. But, okay, someone's making noise too. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, okay. So 2 segues here. We actually have my email list. And then also, though, sign up for mine, but also sign up to learn how to do the whole thing in the first place. Can they still sign up for Rock Your Email? No, you'll have to wait another 6 months. But sign up for Amplify because that'll get you in there and you'll learn too. So I'm a great salesperson. I'm a great social media.
You guys, I'm not paying Susan for these these plugs. I love it so much. You are in Rock Your Email List because you are. I just want to not glaze over this. So you had this really great system that was working where you write for a month and then you perform for a month and you write for a month and perform for a month. And it was totally working with you and your collaborator. And then the performances stopped because you couldn't get together with him. And that totally makes sense. And I love that you were able to say that you took the opportunity of having to stop. And I've been using the word pivot, which is kind of what we all did together in April and May. But you really looked at it as an opportunity to be like, well, now what else? Versus, oh, I'm screwed. It was like, oh, this is possible. We can gather all these songs that we've been writing and performing and do something with it and give it to the public in a different way. And that became a whole other thing. And I know you've been really cranking in that realm. So that, I think that was just silver lining after silver lining for you. And especially because you didn't let oh my God, my whole pattern, the whole thing we started for a year that's been working, is totally kaput. And you didn't let it get you down. You kind of just moved through it.
I maybe did, but I had Cheryl in there to help me. Really, honestly, it's so overwhelming when you don't know what to do when these things happen, and you do have to pivot. Everybody needs to pivot, or just like I said, hamster in a cage. But unfortunately, and I'll get another ad in here. Here's a little thing called Isotope Spire recording portable thing. Sorry, I know that's not on your list of things. I love it. Yeah. I use it. I take it. I took it to all our practices. I just plugged it in and started it. It does a fantastic job. And I've got this gigantic pile of things that we practice. Now, it's also helped me learn. I'm rambling here, but it's really helped me learn over the last year how to really get in there and edit the sound on things. So, I mean, it's not always perfect. What I did today, so anyway, I've got just tons of stuff that we did, whether it's us working together on a song, like, oh, well, let's do that. Okay, try that. No, don't try that. So, or just like the practices that were really, really very good right before a performance, but maybe had me laughing, or it had papers at the beginning. There's always paper noises, where's my song? But, so I've learned how to edit those. And then just today I sent out an email telling my fans about this, and also sending out a song that was a medley of Irving Berlin, Count Your Blessings and White Christmas from last year, the year before, Christmas concert, which we couldn't do this year. And, it's just a practice. And I decided, I've kind of done this before to my email list, but I decided I'm going to call it, what did I call it? I called it something rather vault. Practice vault, maybe. I said,
oh, nice.
Because my survey, I took another thing you suggested is we find out what does our audience want us to do. And I did do a survey a couple weeks ago, and basically they all wanted more music. Well, it's hard when you haven't been able to record and all you have is this practice vault. But I just decided, okay, well, let's get in there and dig out some of those that are appropriate for the season. And let's dig out some of those that I can clean up. And, Matt had said, well, people put out practice things. They usually aren't very practicey. But, in this one, I happened to say, on White Christmas, he's doing an interlude. And I said, let's do a little bit more jazzy, can we, when I come back in? I can't take that out. It's 2 people on one track, and it's voice over all of that, and you'd screw it all up totally with artifacts.
But I love that.
Yeah.
That's so special. Your fans get to be like in the room. I think that's such a great idea. The practice vault. You might have just gave an idea to a bunch of, like, what do I do with all of this stuff? I've got voice memos and things. And here's the thing about, like, most people, like, when they put out a demo, this is a demo, it actually sounds really good. Just set your fans up for, like, this is not like it's a demo, but it sounds really good. This is like this was recorded through my iPhone or through my whatever. And really just be like, this is terrible recording. But if you can just imagine yourself in the room, like, transport yourself, you know?
I told them, you are a mouse. You are a mouse in the back. You are a mouse in the corner listening to us practice. And who gets a chance to hear that? So only our insiders, which is what I call the people on my email list, only the insiders will get to hear that. I am in the room listening to how this stuff goes. So I thought that's kind of cool. And so just to mention that as far as the email, trying to find ways to make it interesting to people.
And ways to use content that you already have while you're sort of a little bit stalled in terms of making your own content because of studio and your partners and all that thing. So it's a great way to do that. Totally love that. And I'm just going to have a little banner. So if you're curious why Susan keeps talking about Amplify, this is the link. If you want to join, the cart opens, the enrollment opens twice a year. So that's happening very, very soon. You can get on a wait list and get some goodies. Yeah. So
I just recommend for everyone to do that is serious about learning, not if you're not serious, but totally if you are interested in making the progress and leveling up, as she always says, to do that better strategic job of what you want.
Yeah.
So, and I can't stop advertising that, but I do want to pivot again on another thing that was mentioned before, which was in the key concerts, because that's kind of the win that I wanted to talk about. The whole thing is a great big giant win, but I want to say that I was on a couple of Cheryl's in the key concerts, like she mentioned. It was like once a week we were doing it at that time. People could it was a fairly small group of us, maybe 15 to 20 in total in all through the summer.
During COVID.
During COVID, every day we were just buds.
We met every single day for 3 months straight. I was like, let's take this small. It was a small group of like 10. I think there were about 20 people enrolled, and I was like, let's just meet every day because a lot of us are alone, and let's do concert series. Let's see if we can't build up some audiences and cross promote. So you were there the whole time.
I was there, because I was getting something totally out of it, and so was everybody. But my point is that we had a concert every week. So I did a couple, and of course, Matt did a nice track for me, which I have to thank him for too again. But the thing is that I'm sitting there at the last one, I think, and thinking to myself how that could be useful. And like I said, I'm from the Minneapolis, Twin Cities area. We had a terrible I could say we had a terrible summer because we really did. And there was, burnings of fires aside from the murder of George Floyd and a lot of scrutiny. And everyone is looking at their own self to see, why do I have hidden racist thoughts too? I mean, everybody has to uncover all those things. And so that's totally fine. And for us to do, we have to do it. Whoever we are and whatever we think about ourselves, we better be doing that. But the other thing I thought, and there was just a lot, like economic insecurity, COVID, all this, what's going on? And so I thought people have got to be writing songs right now. And if you're an artist, because that's kind of the way people respond. If that's what you are, that's kind of what you do. And so I kind of got that idea right off of Cheryl's key concert. I thought, well, how about here in the Twin Cities? I know a bunch of people. Why don't I just start asking people? So I kind of got this idea, and Matt went along with it. I went to graduate school, and I got in the writing studies department, and it's a scientific and technical communications master's degree. So despite that I'm an old person, I do know something about technology and how to use websites and usability and all that kind of thing. So I just said, well, how about if I just put together some videos and I put them together and I put some little intros, and I can do that. I don't want to do a live stream like we're doing right now. Can you imagine getting 5 or 6 people on a live stream at the same time? You'd never be able to succeed at getting them all in there. And I was much more prone to think, hey, videos, let's put them all together and just blurt them out there like that. So I did. Anyway, I'm rambling again. But anyway, it just was an idea I had to just contact a bunch of people. And I did get some. And it went very, very well. And then I put it up on YouTube. And I've been
and
sharing
what's it called?
Like crazy. It was called United. I always say it wrong. Uniting the Twin Cities with Music. And
you created an entire community of local people. And here's the thing, even though they were videos recorded ahead of time, there's still like a common denominator that everyone is there, and it's about the camaraderie of the area that you're in, that it's location based. I love it. And
it was
and
sponsored by how people felt during this year, and specifically even in my area, which was an extra stressed out area. Yeah. And I did kind of realize, maybe even artists take time to process through what they feel before they can feel up to writing a song. So, I have realized that not everybody's quite ready to share a thing like that, but they all put their songs together in their homes, sent me the videos. I put the whole thing together and advertised it all over the place. So it did get a lot of traction. I put their tip jars on there. Anyone listening who's a Minneapolis or Twin Cities area artist, send me your music, but it has to be original and it has to be public domain, because I did not want to worry about any other stressful things. So I decided after that I do it again. I'm going to do another one in probably, I don't know if I'll get it done before Christmas time, but probably the week between Christmas and New Year's. So and then I just try to do it every couple months, I think.
What a joy! First of all, I mean, you keep like cutting yourself off and saying, I'm rambling, but everyone that's listening or watching, no matter what platform you're listening or watching from, you get just like the light that Susan is filled with. Like I get that you're lit up by all the things that you're doing, and by how you've been able to pivot, and by the fact you've created community, and now you're bringing people in. And when COVID is lifted, there's going to be live shows. These people are all going to meet. Like you're setting yourself up for such an exciting homecoming, which is so beautiful. And I'm not the only one that's noticing it. We're getting a comment. Let's see. Amy says, love your work, Susan. You're really making it work. Inspiring that you're using your music to make a difference, which you totally are. So beautiful. So I'm hearing someone who is just lit up and completely fulfilled by the work that you're doing, the process that you're in, the journey that you're on, and that you're open to learning and trying things and being inspired and be like, let me try. I could do something like this. Let me do this. How would I do this how can I make a difference for where I am and the community that I want to contribute to? And it's so extraordinary. It's so inspiring, and it's definitely going outside of your own comfort zone. And now it's becoming comfortable, and you're like, oh, I can do this again. So I'm curious. I'm excited to see what the next slightly out of your comfort zone thing is going to be that you go tackle, because that's just sort of how you roll, which is so amazing. So we're so lucky to have you in this group and Amplify, and Minneapolis is lucky to have you in their city. So thank you for sharing all of this. Is there anything else that I haven't asked you that you want to share before we wrap it up?
No, not really.
So for everyone listening, we're going to justatouchofjazz.com. And I like to give what I've been doing in these 12 days.
Or you can text.
Or you can text.
Jazz, J-A-Z-Z, to 55444. Very easy. 55454. 444. 55444.
55444. So
text.
You're going to text jazz to 55444.
Jazz to 55444. I just wrote a song for you.
Oh yeah, make it a song. I love that. Okay, so you've gotten real fancy. You can just get the free songs by texting jazz to 55444, or you can go to the website, learn a little bit more about Susan and Matt and the music that they do and the projects that they have. I'm trying to think of a very specific thing. I think that's what we're doing. We're getting on this mailing list, and then we're just going to hang out, because Susan's up to big things and she's making difference in the world. And those are our peeps, right? Those are the peeps.
Yes. My mailing list is a fun place to be.
I believe you. I believe you. So thank you so much for being here. Everyone, you're clear on your marching orders. If you're a musician, you're going to get yourself on the Amplify waitlist, and then text jazz to 55444. If you're not a musician and you are just here because you are interested in the independent musician and what's possible and the stories and a little bit behind the scenes, then you're also going to text jazz to 55444. We are very clear on our marching orders here. So hop to it. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Susan and everyone that's listening, thank you so much for being here.
You too. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Well, that's that's it for today's 12 Days of Amplify session. Thank you so much for listening. And if you are a musician and you're like, yes, I need to be part of this community, go to inthekey.co/amplify. I will see you there.